All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to CAGcast episode number 756. I'm your host, GPD, here in Long Island, New York. And as always, we're joined by a man who should probably be writing these intros for me, Wombat.
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, is this now you're differentiating yourself from the fake Wombat? You're just gonna completely change your voice.
I gotta talk like this now so people know that it's me.
This is new Wombat. This is the same thing that happened with his Twitter.
This is like, yeah, it's like the Twitter thing. I gotta change it up a little bit so people know that, it's, hey, oh no, Wombat doesn't talk like this. That's some whiny kid. It's gotta be, I need a little bit more gravitas in there.
It's not going to protect you though, because the AI can just copy that. That's just version 2.
Well, once it does that, then I'll switch to So tell me.
That's not good for.
I could do this voice for
Tom Hardy. You're doing Bane.
Yes, that was Bane. Yeah.
Yeah, that's bad. Also bad. All bad choices. Your real voice is bad. Your fake voice is bad, and your Bane voice is bad.
Oh.
But it was maybe you need to go higher pitch. Did you think about that?
Hey guys, how's it going?
That's good. See, that's more comfortable.
For the whole show, should I talk like this?
That's more in your range anyway, I feel.
I mean, it might be. Hey,
surprised you don't.
Guys.
All right. Oi. Well, welcome back to the show. Sorry that you had to listen to Wombat's voice work for the first minute or two. But he's got it out of his system now. And maybe you can use that as like a demo reel for some potential voice work in the future, paid voice work.
I doubt it.
Any cartoon characters need... You should just use your real voice. It's obviously...
it's cartoony enough.
Distinctive enough and cartoony, yes.
Yep.
So what have you guys been up to? I know Ship went on a very glamorous vacation.
He did. How was your vacation,
so
Mr.
glamorous
Shipwreck?
and such a vacation.
It was 4 days, I think. So Mrs. Shipwreck had continuing education out in Palm Springs, the California version of Palm Springs.
Mm-hmm. The desert.
When you think of vacation, think of education.
Well, I didn't have anything to be educated on.
Perfect.
So I was free to see the town from until 1:00 when she was out of class, and then we did stuff together. But have you either of you ever been to Palm Springs?
I have not. I know
feel
someone who lives there.
Both of you should go because there's a lot of mid-century architecture, which mid-century modern, which I know Cheapy loves.
They have tours there that you can take.
Oh, I'm sure I didn't take any. I went to a mid-century modern museum.
Oh, wow.
It was okay.
Okay.
It was new. They told me it was new as I was walking in. I'm like,
better or worse than my living room? See, if you have to think about it, then it's not good.
Yeah.
They had I don't know. Your living room didn't have a boat. They had one of Elvis's boats.
But they probably don't have a foosball table.
They had skee ball.
All right,
but the skee ball was broken.
And cursed.
Maybe. I was also the only person in the museum.
Private tour.
So it was fantastic because like they encourage you, like it's the type of museum where they encourage you to like take selfies and like sit in the furniture. And,
okay. That's good.
And do all that type of stuff. So
did you sit in any good furniture that you remember the names from?
I sat in one of those chairs that's shaped like a hand. Remember those?
I don't know the guy who makes that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
They had the Gabor's lawn furniture. So I sat in some of the Gabor's lawn furniture.
I don't know what that is either.
The Gabor's.
Like Ava
Zsa Gabor?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought that was a designer. I'm like, I'm not familiar with their work. But I actually am familiar with their work.
Yeah, you've seen Green Acres.
Yeah, I have.
So, but not only do they have a lot of mid-century modern out there, but like downtown Palm Springs, Palm Springs proper, as they call it, they have so much weed. And it's
nice.
Like I sent you some pictures of it. It's just like ridiculously nice looking dispensaries.
Right.
Just really like over the top. And they have shady ones too. Like you have your pick.
Right.
But they're just like one on every block, like as you're walking down the street.
That's a good ratio. That's what I like. One on every block.
And then Wombat, for you, Lots of gays.
Really?
Yes.
I mean, that's what I'm into.
Yes. So, no, it was, there's a high population of gays there, which makes sense because it's beautiful. Like, right? Like, it's a beautiful place to live. It's California. I went into several shops because I like to dress colorful. And so I went into several shops with designers where it'd be two dudes in there, guy and his husband. We'd have conversations. He'd show me his $150 shirt. And it's a nice shirt.
Right.
And then I'd have polite conversation and leave. Also, though,
you think he knows about the spaghetti and the chili and all that?
I could have told him about it.
Yeah. I don't think he knows. You'd be like, well, this is what I got going on.
This is what I got going on for me. So also,
I got spaghetti with cheese on it. So yeah,
they've got drag show reviews going like at 9 a.m. in the morning. I
know. I heard that the Senate is going after those.
Really? What about the children?
The children are attending the shows.
There's no children in Palm Springs. There was
I know
two of them.
Yeah, there's no children.
There's no children there. But like, so I get out of like my Uber or Lyft or whatever it was. I get out, like, just dropped off. I'm like, just take me to downtown Palm Springs because I'm just killing time, right? I'm gonna go look up skirt at the Marilyn Monroe statue, whatever I'm gonna do.
After you bought all your weed.
After, yeah, of course.
You have to probably go back to the hotel because there was so much you had to drop it off.
So I get dropped off and like there's this drag show going on, right? Like it's an outdoor drag show because the weather's beautiful. Like they've like set up tables. People are having like brunch. Like it's a drag show brunch thing. So the one lady's up there doing like her whole spiel and everything. I'm just walking down the street, minding my own business. I'm like, oh, drag show. I'm not like staring over there or doing anything. But then like as I'm walking by, there's a guy that's standing like right outside it's a fenced off area. And he's just standing in the fence opening, just like recording on his iPhone, just recording the whole thing on his iPhone. And so the drag queen like looks over and is like, oh, look at this guy. Like she starts like talking about him during her act and everything. It's like, hey, sir, you didn't buy a ticket or whatever, or like what you're seeing or whatever. Meanwhile, by the time this guy, like she starts talking to him, he's like, oh, I'm out of here. And just like takes off down the street. Like, and so by the time everybody there like turns around and looks, like I'm the only guy like there. And so I just like kind of waved at everybody and just like kept on walking.
Let's get him.
So
nice.
That was my drag queen experience.
So you didn't go to the show is what you're saying?
No, I didn't know how to get tickets. I would have gone to the show. Why not?
I don't know.
I'm sure it would have been fun.
We were antique shopping and there was as
you
we
man's
do
jockstrap.
There was a place right next door called the Tool Shed. And
was it a hardware store?
There was a hardware store next to the Tool Shed, but the Tool Shed was not the hardware store. And so as we're antique shopping, like just antique shopping, there's the traditional garb of the shirtless black vest and really short shorts, right? Like the spiked look, just like
the leather daddy look.
The leather dad. Thank you. I didn't know what the name was. The leather daddy look.
Wombat's got you. Don't worry.
Don't worry. I got you.
Then it's just like killing time before it's his turn at the tool shed. Just doing some antique shopping right there as well.
Almost 20 years ago when I had a very different job, there was a senior employee at a company that I worked at where I was an assistant, and once in a big meeting where basically the whole company was, and this guy's like the big boss and he's giving his thing and he wasn't paying attention and he turned too fast and he knocked his bag over that was on his desk and out fell all of his leather garb that he wears when he's not in the office. Right. And it was very embarrassing for everybody involved and very funny.
Not for him. I'm sure it was embarrassing for him.
I'm sure it was very embarrassing for him. It was very funny.
Palm Springs, it's a very fun town to visit. I would go back. We went to like the Air Museum and the Art Museum and I don't know, other museums.
Good.
The food was
I'm
good.
sold.
I mean, it's known for golf. But you don't play golf?
I don't golf. We went up to the top of a mountain. There's an air tram that takes you up to the top of the mountain. So it's like 75 degrees down below, but it's snow at the top.
Wow.
So that's pretty cool. Now, what am I going to do? Play golf? That just seems...
That's why people go to Palm Springs.
I don't play golf because you're just standing in the sun the entire time.
I didn't say you should. I'm just saying that's what people do there.
Too much standing in the sun is what golf is.
Yeah. Nice. I'm sold. Mm-hmm. I'm going to book my trip.
I think you would really enjoy it, GP.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
I think.
I also enjoy just being here too, a lot.
Yeah, but you don't have mountains and stuff. Like
completely
surrounded by mountains.
Hills are good.
He lives on a hill. It's enough.
They're easier. It's easier too. Mountains, a lot of issues.
I've heard about that. I've heard about hills are often described as the easier mountains.
Of course, absolutely. Less issues. All right. What about you, Wombat? What have you been up to?
I went to a fancy 9-course tasting menu dinner thing with my wife, and that was pretty amazing.
What's a dinner thing?
9.
What are you gonna do with 9 courses? What's going on here?
I ate them is what I did with them. What else use?
Where'd
They're
you
not
go?
giant. It's not like they give you, full size plates. Like the first course was basically like 1 cheese stick. It wasn't like a regular cheese.
The second course was 2 potato chips.
And basically, I mean, there was the first course. I mean, I could look at it so I can know what I'm talking about. But it was a Gruyere cheese with a onion.
But you have the menu?
Sous vide. No, I have the pictures so I can remember. And the second course was a cucumber salad with blood orange.
Oh no, you're not. We don't need to hear all the courses.
And there was a shrimp, and there was octopus. But no, it was very good. And it was kind of fancy, and it was just me and my wife, and it was nice to go out and have like a fancy dinner, and it was just fun. It was fun to be fancy for a night.
I love it. What now? Did you dress up?
We didn't dress up. We looked nice, but I wasn't like wearing a suit or anything. And but I put on pants. Which
it's good to have pants when you go to a restaurant. They appreciate that.
Yep. I like it. They also they change out your silverware like every 2 courses or so. They would come out and they'd be like, "No, you can't use that fork anymore. Here's the new fork."
They don't do that at Chili's?
No, they don't do that at Chili's. I know, isn't that crazy? Some guy in a tuxedo came and gave me a new fork because it took my old fork away. He's like, "You can't use that fork anymore." I'm like, "All right." So it was. No,
he was talking to the other waiter. They were going to throw it out after he used it.
It was very much for like Critical says in the chat. It was reminiscent of the movie The Menu. There was a little bit of that.
Oh, I thought he was saying, "Oh no," because you were reading the menu.
No, because it was
that's what I was thinking.
The movie, The Menu.
Yes, now I understand.
Yeah, it was reminiscent. Like they come out and with each dish they put down, they tell you like a little story about the dish as they're, handing it to you. Like
like at Chili's.
Yeah. Here's the octopus that's been seared and brined and flipped over, and
Right.
Here's the queso dip. Exactly. We got it in the back.
Yeah, exactly. No, this was nice. It was, I had a nice meal, and it was exactly. I didn't go to Chili's.
Good.
I went to Blackbird Kitchen and Cocktails.
Nice.
You'd like it, GP. That's
what
kind
of cocktails did you get?
I had what was it? It was some sort of whiskey drink with honey and black cherry.
Sounds like when you drink it, you make this
Gold
face.
Rush? Is that a Gold Rush?
I don't know what it had a name. I forget what the name was. It wasn't Gold Rush though. I'd remember that, but it was like a black cherry infused bourbon with honey.
Sounds deconstructed. Was it deconstructed?
I don't know. It was good. All I know is I liked it. I drank it and it was good. And if I wasn't driving, I would have had another one.
Nice.
Yes.
Jay Bizzleton in the chat wants to know how much a 9-course meal costs.
How much do you think a 9-course meal costs?
$130 a person.
Ship?
That sounds, I was going to say 140.
No, it was not. It was not near either of those prices. It was $85 a person.
Oh, shit. That's like Benihana.
I never said it was like crazy expensive. I just said it was nice.
Okay.
Seems like they're not paying their waiters enough.
Well, it doesn't come
a lot
with
of things that they have
booze.
to be bringing out to you.
Right.
Usually, if it's over $100 for a tasting menu, it has a wine pairing.
But it's light though. The dishes are light. It's just like one cheese stick. So
is that how we pay waiters?
Yeah.
How heavy the food
how
is
complicated the dishes are and how heavy they are.
Yeah, no, it's very reasonable. It wasn't a cheap outing, but it wasn't.
No, I mean, that's not like it's cheap because you kept your kids at home.
Yeah.
Right.
It wasn't 4 tasting menus.
Right.
Because everyone at the table has to do it.
Or they kill you.
Yeah. And Salbert24 wants to know if it was filling. It was so filling. I was overstuffed when we left, and my wife didn't finish her last plate. We actually took it home. It was a piece of chicken. The chicken she took home. So
the last plate was chicken?
The last plate was chicken.
What about dessert?
The dessert we ate. It was chocolate cake, but they only give you one piece of chocolate cake to split.
That came before the chicken?
No, it came after the chicken. She didn't finish the chicken.
You said the last plate.
The dessert.
The last plate was dessert.
The last plate before dessert. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
Second to last plate.
Penultimate
plate.
The penultimate. The last dinner plate.
I see. Now we understand.
Yes, was a piece of it was roasted. It was 24-hour brine, slow roasted chicken. It was bananas.
They wasted all that time and you didn't even finish it.
I ate my piece of chicken. It was great. And then my wife and I ate the other piece of chicken the next day for lunch.
How does that compare to how long KFC brines there?
Exactly. I mean, it's like,
much longer,
yes, it was
probably.
chicken, but it wasn't like chicken. It was chicken.
KFC is just sitting there. So that's like brining, It's brined for a really long time. Anyway, how about some show feedback? I haven't done anything that interesting.
Okay. It was
I have,
nice
but I'm not going to tell you guys about it. Screw
you
guys.
Fine. Okay.
I'm doing crazy shit. I got a new fucking iPhone and everything.
Whoa.
Yeah, not telling
you
about
that, a 14?
14. Pro.
Oh, I don't have a Pro. I just have a regular 14.
I need it for the to take good weed pictures. You gotta have the three cameras for the zoom in. Gotta have the zoom in. All right, what about some show feedback?
Pictures to send my wife. We have from Cam Pimple D. Wombat makes some interesting points. Does he have a Patreon?
It's not what it says. Maybe give some context
Wombat.
also. Give some context.
Wombat makes some interesting points. Does he have a Patreon? And Mediascape said AI Wombat is super freaky. I can't believe how similar it is. And Chris Eve said Wombat was amazing. Long live Wombat. Yes, Wombat was very popular.
Of course. Like I said, I do good stuff. I'm awesome and I do great stuff.
People really enjoyed it. It was very funny.
Yep. You're welcome.
That was basically it. That was the vast majority of show feedback. So
good. You're welcome, everybody.
Yep.
Appreciate the feedback.
Yep. Should I read the other one, or do we not care?
You may hear from Wombat in the future, but not today. Not in the near future.
That's okay. We'll skip.
Wombat will say some crazy shit all on his own and then just blame it on the AI.
I do.